So for today's trade, uh, I'm up 407 today in all three of my evals. So coming into the day, this is on the 30-second chart. This is basically the cleanest AMD model of all time. Just on the higher time frame, you could see overnight we've just been pumping after taking out all these lows previously. And ES doing a similar thing. Took out this major low and is pumping. If we go on the hourly, you could see respecting bullish and disrespecting bearish. We're in a buy model, probably at least up to here. That was my overall target going into the day. This one here, this unmitigated hourly gap below. And ES had an unmitigated 30-minute below. And it was in a 15-minute. I'm sorry. It was in an hourly. Kind of rejecting that. But we see it respected this hourly gap, this order block, comes down, trades into it, starts respecting it again. And obviously, we've been trending up. And so my overall bias was bullish. So then going down into the 5-minute, we had this little retrace here on both. Retrace here, 5-minute gap forms. So I was actually looking for a potential short at market open down to the unmitigated 30 here and the unmitigated hourly here. Or I'm sorry, here. But it didn't happen. This is a 15-minute gap here. Get rid of that. Market opened. Because I was looking for this to be a sponsored 5-minute gap. Take us lower because this high took out ITH in a 15-minute gap over to the left. So it was manipulation here with an S&T here. So this gap is sponsored. So I was looking for a resweep of this high inside the gap, which we got, but just not, obviously not giving me a short entry down to this, what I would say, agreed upon DOL for the day. But with my overall bias being bullish, when I saw this accumulation here, I saw, okay, there's a 15-minute gap here. We've bet in, we made this intermediate term low. I could see market open bringing us lower, manipulating this low inside the gap, and then sending us higher off that, while ES just has to go down and hit this 30-minute gap. But as you can see, up price ended up trading lower into this 30-minute on ES. No, the hourly. And the 30-minute on the hourly on NQ and the 30-minute on ES. And so then at that point, I was just looking for an entry. The 1 minute didn't really have anything. But this is a prime example of a beautiful setup. So ES just kind of has a V shape out of this gap, out of this 30-minute gap. But NQ gives what I would call an A+ setup out of this gap. So we have our intermediate term low getting swept right at market open, see 930 right here. Doesn't quite reach this gap, needs a little more juice to get down there. And if this 30-second gap got inversed on this candle or this candle, I wasn't going to take it because we have this unmitigated hourly gap below, right at my stop loss, basically. That's dumb. Even though we had manipulation, yes, it's not true manipulation because both indexes need to be correlated in that way. But we get a perfect stop on Hun here, which brings us down into this hourly gap. And then I was entering off the CISD here just to try and get a better RR, but it turns out we basically inversed. And I got in. My fill was a tiny bit higher. So, and I just put my stop at the body, and I went a little lighter risk. I risked like, I want to say 360, somewhere around there, to make 400, but just targeting the short term high here. Getting my piece of the pie. I mean, this is just a beautiful setup. But yeah, so that is the trade of the day. Feels so great after losing and losing and losing to finally secure a nice win, get some confidence back, and go into tomorrow on a high note and look to preserve capital tomorrow. But yeah, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow or whenever I take my next trade.